Imagine this. You're sitting on your couch playing video games, and even playing for hours on end. Your mom walks in the room and she asks you to do a simple task like taking the garbage out. You, with the little patience that you have, decide to throw a tantrum because your brain is so overstimulated from the video games, and your mom's in a bad mood for the rest of the day. You're in a pissy mood for the rest of the day. All because you have no patience. Patience to do a little task such as taking the garbage out. To become more patient, you must train your mind to slow down. Now, our brain is wired to move at a fast pace, bouncing from thought to thought, activity to activity, mindlessly going throughout our day, not really thinking about thinking, if that makes sense. You're just kind of in this loop of endless thoughts. And those endless thoughts can be negative sometimes. They can be impatient thoughts, thoughts that can control you. So you must mitigate those thoughts. Now, how you mitigate those thoughts is through activities such as meditation, reading, and even just going for a walk. All those activities are things that take patience to do. They don't give you any instant rewards like porn, video games, social media do. They're more of long-term wins instead of short-term wins. I used to underestimate the value of sitting in silence because my brain just couldn't handle it. I was addicted to video games, I was addicted to porn, I was addicted to all these things that gave my brain pleasure. So I had zero intention on ever just sitting in silence. And when I started to incorporate a daily routine, one of the things that I put in there is meditation. Every morning, every day, I meditate for at least 5 minutes. And what value this will provide you is focus, first of all, and patience. Because you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing. You're staring at a wall, or your eyes are closed for 5 straight minutes. And what this will do is train your brain to slow down. It will mitigate those dopamine seeking desires because you're training your brain to just take a breather. And even reading. I never found reading enjoyable, again, because I was so stimulated. But when I just forced myself to start reading, I actually really enjoyed it. Reading self-help books, reading self-improvement books that are going to help further my progression in life. It was fun to me. And walks are also really underrated. Walks actually give you the benefits right after it happens. Because you go for a walk, you decide that you're going to go into nature and you're just going to enjoy it. And it brightens up the rest of your day. In the summer, I would walk pretty much every day. My neighborhood is like a circle, so it makes it really easy. And I would just look at the trees and enjoy God's creation. Because that's what He calls us to do. Enjoy His creation. And also, with walks, it builds patience. Patience because your brain isn't stimulated. On the topic of delayed gratification activities, let's talk about my summer. And this was a very special summer for me. This is my first summer where I actually decided that I'm going to delete social media. I said to myself, why not? Let's give it a go. Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all gone. I kept YouTube, and YouTube was the only thing that I watched. I only watched educational stuff, like no dopamine animated Mr. Beast videos. And it was the best decision I think I had ever made. And I'm only 16, right? And me telling you that probably makes you seem like, oh, this guy's, inexperienced. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. I mean, you're partly right, but social media is something that I've experienced the negatives and the benefits, except the negatives severely outweigh the positives. When I deleted it, it's like this weight came off of me. I had more time to do the things that I wanted to do that summer. I started a business. I got consistent in the gym. And those are the things that have furthered my life now. I wouldn't be here now if I hadn't deleted social media. And I advise you to do the same. Delete it. Get it off of your phone. When I got rid of that instant gratification habit of social media, it built my patience. I replaced it with activities that were actually worthwhile and activities that required patience, activities that build patience. And I became a much more patient person. I was more patient with my family. When they would get on my nerves, I would just calm down. I would say to myself that they're having a bad day and that's okay. Past me wouldn't have done that. Social media flustered me wouldn't have done that. But I wasn't overstimulated anymore. And that was why I was able to build patience with my family. Lasting success takes time. You gotta have a long-term vision versus a short-term vision. I used to have a short-term vision. I used to think that my goals were gonna come quickly to me. And I soon realized, after 8 months of lifting, which seems to be a lot, but really isn't in the grand scheme of things, was gonna get me to where I wanted to be. I thought I was gonna be jacked by now, but I'm not. And that's just how goals work. Meaningful goals take time to complete. That's just the harsh truth. And you also have to understand that you are the goal. You can set goals of becoming a millionaire or getting really jacked, but the real benefit is the person that you become. The person that perseveres when it's tough. The person that decides to work out when he doesn't want to work out. The person who works when he doesn't want to. That's the person that you become when you work towards a goal. And that builds your patience. Persevering in times when you don't want to builds your patience. Doing things that you don't want to do build your patience. And even if your progress is slow, eventually you're going to get there. Eventually you're going to reach your destination. As long as you stay committed. As long as you stay consistent. And that's what you got to do. You got to be consistent, committed, understand that things take time. Have that long-term vision. Know that things are going to take decades, which is crazy to think about, but you got this. I know you do. Stay committed. Stay consistent. Peace out. Bye.